If you had to say something about Poland, it would be probably either vodka, stealing cars, or getting invaded. So today I'll dive into why Poland keeps getting invaded, examining the geographical, political, and cultural reasons, including examples and explanations. Hey Slavic Vikings, and welcome to another video about Poland. I have lived in Poland for 13 years, and you can feel the cultural impact of all the past suffering inflicted on this nation. There is a deep resentment in the Polish mentality. I talk more about this in a video in the corner now. Poland was founded in 966 by Mieszko I. It was getting invaded before it even existed. For example, Otto I in 963. Since then, Poland has been going through constant wars almost every year for hundreds of years. During the Middle Ages, Poland wanted to incorporate other fellow West Slavic peoples under the rule of Polish dukes, such as the earlier mentioned Mieszko I, and then defend the lands acquired in the West from the Holy Roman Empire. For much of its early history as a Christian state, Poland had to contend with Pomeranians, Prussians, Lithuanians, and other Baltic peoples in a continuous border wars without clear results or end in sight. However, after the Teutonic Order conquered and assimilated the Prussians, it began incursions into Polish and Lithuanian territories. This represented a far greater threat to both Poland and Lithuania, and the two countries united in a defensive alliance. The 17th century saw fierce rivalry between the then major Eastern European powers, Sweden, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, and the Ottoman Empire. At its peak, the Commonwealth comprised the territories of present-day Poland and large parts of Ukraine, Belarus, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and Russia, and represented a major European power. However, because of bad political policy, Liberun Veto, by the end of the 18th century, a series of internal conflicts and wars with foreign enemies led to the dissolution of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth and the slow partitioning of Poland, making Poland completely disappear from the map for the first time. In my opinion, Liberum Veto had a considerable impact on the first three partitions of Poland, and it's a good example of political reasons for its collapse. Liberum Veto, in a nutshell, is where a member of the government can overthrow any new potential ruling by declaring the law. This law was in use technically for hundreds of years, but only towards the end of the Commonwealth did it become a problem, because of corruption of members getting bribes from other country diplomats and group infighting. Poles unsuccessfully struggled to win back their independence throughout the 19th century. At first, they put their hopes into Napoleon. Later, they tried to ignite national uprisings every now and then, most of them bloodily repressed. In the turmoil of the First World War, Poles regained independence and expanded their territories in a series of local wars and uprisings. They even managed to push the Soviet Union quite far. The Polish independence was not for long, since just a few years later the German Nazis and Soviet Russians invaded Poland, once again making Poland disappear from the map. After the Axis powers lost, Poland technically regained its independence as a communist Russian puppet state, but many Poles don't see their independence until the last Russian troops left Polish soil in 1993. The first and most obvious reason Poland is so attractive for foreign invasion is its geography. Other than the Carpathian Mountains in the south and historical small coastline in the north, the entirety of Poland is located in the Great European Plain, and most of its borders weren't even set on rivers. Only the newest borders after World War II uses rivers as borders. Most of the Polish landscape is flat fields, which are the perfect environment for invasion. Russia may have similar geography, but they can infinitely retreat, which Poland can't do. Another big reasons that are less covered are political reasons. Poland historically likes to be non-aligned, or ally itself with faraway Western powers that don't end up helping Poland when they need it. The first example is Poland trusting Napoleon with the liberation of Poland. The second is Poland putting their faith in the Allies during World War II. Right now, Poland is basically trusting the US to defend it in potential invasion. So let's hope that the third time's the charm and Poland won't get abandoned this time. Although it did not seem like Poland was gonna get left by the US when Ukrainian missiles recently hit Polish soil, thinking it was the Russians. Polish culture also does not help to prevent Poland from getting invaded. There is a big difference between being neutral and non-aligned. The way Poland is and was non-aligned is that they don't like aligning with other bordering powers, but they won't prevail from using a situation to their advantage by invading a country in trouble. So for those reasons, Poland has gone through a lot of suffering. But how did this impact Poland? I covered how it impacted the Polish mentality, but it has also impacted Poland in a more visible way. Because so many big wars have been on Polish land, Polish infrastructure and industry have suffered a lot. All the battles are a primary reason why Germany is so much richer than Poland. Germany has easier borders to defend. Poland during World War II has a choice to make. They knew they had no chance against the Germans, but they fought them to the very end anyway, exploding factories and any industry the Germans could use after they capitulated. Polish chose culture over economic prosperity. France, after seeing the extreme destruction of Poland, realizing that they were seeing an impending similar fate as Poland, they surrendered, in practice saving French architecture and their future economic prosperity. Denmark also fought a symbolic war against the Germans before deciding it was not worth destroying Denmark. Poland, after World War II, was under the protection of the communist USSR. After the USSR collapsed, Poland lost its defensive alliance and shortly after joined NATO. Theoretically, Poland is now safe from invasion because of the alliance, and seems to define modern Polish diplomacy. 1.1% of my viewers are subscribed, so if you want more of these videos, please consider subscribing and leave insight in the comments. The reason why the Polish get so much invaded is a combination of bad tactical, political decisions and just bad luck. Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła, kiedy my żyjemy. And as always, farewell, żegnam, and goodbye.